Hello and welcome to the Professor Kev Show. As you can see, I have my friend Sarakshi with us, and she's from Project Noor. Good evening, my friend. Welcome to the show.
Hi,
So before
I
it's okay, before we jump in and talk about Project Noor, tell me a little bit about yourself. What should I know about you?
am Sarakshi and I'm from Indore. I am an author of two books and I am currently in my first year of college and I'm doing engineering in computer science and information technology.
Okay.
And I love to talk and I love to socialize with people. I also love to read books and I think that's all about me.
Okay. All kidding aside, the,
You
the
should know.
the socializing part, that's a strength. Not every student is comfortable socializing. I have students in my class that say, "Hi, how you doing?" Good. That's it. How was your weekend? Good. No, it is a skill, especially to be able to talk to people you're not familiar with. It definitely will help you in the long term. So, Project Noah, tell me why you started this. What opportunity, what need did you see?
Um, I'll start from the beginning. I have always been humbled by the stars, the flicker of light they produce, and everything. And the fact that they shine in the sky, no matter what, even if there is the sun in the sky, has been a core value in my life. And Noor means light in Arabic, and that's why I came with the name, the Project Noor. And Arabic has always been a language which fascinated me and it always stuck with me. I have always been inspired by child welfare and also welfare for old age people. But initially, I only thought about children. So in 11th grade, I wanted to start something of my own for children, but I couldn't because I had a lot on my plate. I had a lot of preoccupations at that time as I had to study, and it was a lot for me. So I dropped that idea then and there because I knew that I couldn't do it. It was something which needed a lot of my effort, and I just didn't want it to be like a side hustle. I wanted it to be a full time thing for me. I really needed it to work. So I didn't. So initially, when I started my Project Noor, it was centered towards children. We even had a session and we did it for children. But afterwards, I realized that um, it's not only the children who need help. Old age people do need that. Maybe they don't need that help with education or even values and everything, but they do need help. The ones in the old age homes in India, it's quite a trend nowadays to leave your old age people in the old age homes, and that's something which has always triggered me because how can you do that to your parents? So I thought about it, so I included that too in the Project Noor. The Project Noor was never something which I wanted to do for my CV or my resume or because I wanted to add it to my LinkedIn and make people think, oh my God, she's so cool and she's doing so many things and everything. I didn't want that. I didn't need any acknowledgement from people. I just wanted to do something for the good. So I started the Project Noor, and the main aim of Project Noor is to provide value based education and practical education to children and also emotionally help old age people. Value based and practical thing was the main core of this because me being 17, I know it's not a huge number, but I realized that values should be the core part of every person in their life. Education doesn't do the whole stuff. It won't get you to big places. Will probably give you a lot of money, but it won't give you what a human should have in their life. And value should be there with you. It evolves you as a person. And I really wanted to help children with this one thing in their life, even if they go to schools or they have regular tuitions given to them by their orphanages. But I wanted them to even gain something in their life and do something about it so that at least when they grow up, they turn out to be a good person, if not anything else. So, yes, that's all.
So tell me about some of the challenges you've had starting this idea.
A lot of challenges. I have been someone who can't rely on other people for their work. And it was initially very hard for me to expect other people to help me with this. And it was always like, if they can't do the work, I'll do that for them. Always, no matter what. And this was something which really was not possible because I too have things to do other than this. And so this was something major for me to actually accept that I need help from people. This was one of the most major challenges. And then the other one was when we go to sessions for Noor, how to get children included and engaged in the thing. The children nowadays have a very low attention span, so they get bored very easily. And you need to keep them engaged with your work. So, yes, that was another challenge I faced.
You've brought up a very common challenge. A lot of entrepreneurs, founders, we want to try to do it all ourselves. And we realize if we're going to grow it, we can't. It just becomes overwhelming. And then you try to bring people in and they don't have the same passion as you do. And sometimes they let you down. They tell you they're going to do something and they don't. So it's trying to find those people who have the same passion as you do. So talk to me a little bit about some of the successes you've had so far. What have you been able to accomplish with this idea?
We have been to two sessions till now. The first one was at a hospital, and it was a government hospital, so we provided food to a lot of people there, both patients and their families there. As it was a government hospital, a lot of facilities are not really available there. And even if they are, for some people, it gets too expensive. They are already having a hard time paying for the expensive for the patients. So we went there, we distributed a full meal. That was our first drive. That was not for children or old age people, that was for everyone. Our second session was on 3rd of August, a few days ago. So we went to this orphanage, and as it was our main first full-fledged session, we wanted it to mean something. So we kept the session on mental health and emotions. We went there and realized a lot of children were not able to freely express themselves to us. A few of them were really scared even to speak up, as they already had a lot of hardships in their life. There were like children who were 8, 7, 8, 9, and those were the people who were not able to actually speak up. And if you look, normally seven to children who are 8, 7 or 8, they are just very chirpy and they like to talk, they laugh, they sing everything. But there it wasn't like that. So we initially started this icebreaker session. We talked to them, we played with them, we danced with them for like half an hour. And after that, we made them write chits about how they were feeling at that moment. And after that, we explained them about emotions. We acted out every single emotions. We had 12 on a list. So we acted out every single one of them. It told them how to be expressive when you don't want to be. And in the end, we made this whole poster. We had this activity, we painted their hands and sticked it on a page. And they were actually happy about it. And it was Friendship Day on that day. So we distributed friendship bands to them, and they were actually quite happy because of that, as it was quite interesting, even if someone gives it to us, someone comes up and says, we want to give you a friendship band. It actually feels nice. So we did that. And after before that, we even had this self-care session online with three other organizations where we discussed how important it is to focus on ourselves, and we even had that one session. So right now we haven't accomplished much, but we did try to do something which we could. So yes.
I like the fact that you're teaching children how to deal with their emotions. This is something a lot of children never learn, and it leads to frustration or just being able to say, hey, you know what, I do need help. So I like that you're helping people deal with their emotions. Crystal ball time, my friend. What do you hope to accomplish in the future with this idea?
um, we don't really want to accomplish anything with the project Noor, because for us this is not business or anything at all. We have no goals as of now. We have this one thing, that we just want to help every children at least in our reach, even if it's like 10 children for now. We just want to help them. We want them to turn into something to whom they look up themselves to. They shouldn't feel like we want to be um, like someone popular when they grow up. They should feel like we want to be ourselves. They should have that in their mind, that we want to do something with our own self. They don't need to be successful or anything, but we just want to help them to, believe in themselves.
That's a great
Even if
goal, my friend.
a very less people, we just want to do that for them. And we don't really have any other aspiration for you. We just want to do something nice.
Well, if you can teach children, adults, anyone just to be themselves, that's a major accomplishment because there is so much pressure. I see it here on LinkedIn with people trying to build their personal brands. I don't have as many followers as she does, I'm not doing as many posts, it's that competition. And like you said, just be yourself and be happy. So, how do people get in touch with you, my friend, if they want to learn more about the idea?
They can text me on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn. I do post there regularly. They can also text us on our Instagram page, that is the Project Noor. We are quite active there. So, yes,
Awesome. I appreciate you taking a few minutes to call into my show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
thank you.